Welcome once again to our wonderful YouTube channel. And today we'll be talking from a personal angle, talking about Kaizen. When people want to change, they usually turn first to the strategy of innovation. According to the definition, innovation is a drastic process of change. Ideally, it occurs in a very short period, yielding to a drastic turnaround. In the corporate world, examples of innovation includes highly powerful strategies such as bottle light bulbs, energy saving roads, investments, turnkeys, technologies, etc. The radical change of innovation are also a favorite strategy for personal change. If you want to apply innovation in a weight loss program, you would need to embark on some rigorous exercise programs, diet. You need to cut down on all your favorite foods at once, quitting an addiction. Others would be spend cut plans on getting out of personal debt, jumping into risky social situations to conquer shyness. This program requires serious life changes you will need to get into. With this, you would have to find discipline to rearrange your schedule, cope with some serious initial muscle sores, perhaps budget for some new clothes and shoes, and most of all, you have to be committed to your new program through those toughest weeks or months, especially if we're talking about the weight loss. Sometimes innovation produces amazing results. Most of us can recall making a successful change through this type of drastic means. Even if you're a highly disciplined and successful person, I bet you can remember many times that you have tried innovation and it failed. That's the problem sometimes with innovation. Too often, you meet with success in the short term, only to find yourself falling back to your old ways when your initial burst of enthusiasm fades away. Radical change is like charging up a steep hill. You may run out of the wind before you reach the crest, and the thought of all the work ahead makes you give up no sooner than you began. There is an alternative to innovation, and it's another path altogether. One that wins you gently up the hill that you hardly notice the climb, and that's Kaizen. The alternative strategy for change, Kaizen, is captured in familiar but powerful saying: a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with your first step. When you improve a little each day, eventually big things occur. When you improve conditioning a little each day, eventually you would have big improvements in conditioning. Not tomorrow, not the next day, but eventually a big change is made. Don't look at the big quick improvements. Seek the small improvement one day at a time. That's the only way it happens. And when it happens, it lasts. In summary, Kaizen and innovation are two major strategies people use to create change. Where innovation demands shocking and radical reforms, all Kaizen asks is that you take small, comfortable steps towards improvement. Somehow, those small steps add up to brilliant acceleration. You need to master the smallest step of change in a safe, unthreatening environment. Often people find that their minds develop a desire for this new behavior, whether it's a regular exercise like we cited earlier, or your diet, or cleaning up your desk, or spending more time with your loved ones, or supportive companion instead of a destructive one. Eventually, we're settled to discover that we have reached the goals with no additional conscious effort on their parts. One major tip would be using Kaizen technique of questioning. One powerful way to reprogram your brain. You see, what shapes our lives are the questions we ask or refuse to ask, or whether think or never think to ask. What would I do differently today if my health were my top priority? Your brain loves questions and wouldn't reject them unless the question is so big it triggers fears. Questions such as, how am I going to get thinner or rich or married by the end of the year? Or what new product will bring me $1 million for the company? Or how do I get better in my career, in my business, or etc. Those are usually very big questions that could trigger a bit of fear. A better use of question would be, how can I consume a maximum of 2,500 calories per day? What is one way I could remind myself to drink more water? What new changes can I make on my products or markets to gain at least 10,000, 5,000, something like that? How do I invest 1 hour of self-discipline or self-development every day? What's the smallest step I can take to be more efficient? Or what can I do in 5 minutes to reduce my credit card debt? How would I find one source of information about education or certification programs in my city? By asking small, gentle questions, we keep the fight and flight response in an off position. Kaizen questions such allows us to bypass our fears. When fear is quiet, the brain can take the question and then pop out the answer at its own time. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please like and subscribe for helpful tips on personal and career improvements, business growth, and also certification. Let's know which of the small questions you would be asking this time around. For more details on Kaizen and process improvement, please visit our website www.jkmichaelspm.com. See you in the next series. See you in class. Immerse yourself in real-life learning situations. Develop your ability you will need to succeed in your career and also business. Think training? Think Jake Michaels. Think training impact? Think Jake Michaels. Bye for now.